Alright, well welcome back. Today we'll be taking a look at the electrical system on a small engine. Let's get into it. Alright, so the electrical system works like this. You have your coil, your pull cord, right here. So you pull the cord, and this sits on top of here. There are these two little plastic things that pull out, as you pull this, and those little arms catch on these little walls that stick up on this center part here. And so those little arms fly out and spring when you pull. And then when the engine starts, they go back in, and that way it can continue to run without getting caught on the arms. And so anyway, this will turn, which will create electricity, because on either end of the flywheel there are these two areas where there is magnets, and the magnet passes through this component here, which is called the starter coil, and there are two arms here on the starter coil that are spaced so that they're not touching, but they're very, very close to the flywheel, so that they can catch that electrical current that is being created as it passes by. This then converts that energy, puts it through the wire here, which then goes to your spark plug boot, and the spark plug boot then carries the energy into your spark plug, where it then will spark and ignite the fuel inside, and it continues to do that while the engine is running. Alright, and here is the spark plug. So again, the spark plug boot, it clips into this, like that, and this is what sparks inside of the engine cylinder. So between this little gap, you can see a little gap in the end there, right there. That is where the spark happens. And so inside the cylinder, when the piston is going up and down, it'll go up. This will then spark, and when it comes up, it sparks, which then ignites all the fuel and pushes the piston down. The part on the engine here, there's a wire here, as you can see, and this unplugs. And this is your ground. This is grounded to the engine, and without this, the electricity will not be completed because it needs a ground to complete the circuit. To stop the engine, depending on what type of machine you're using, there will either be a switch, like either a key or a little manual switch you will turn on and off. So when you turn off a switch, if you have a switch method of turning it off, what that's doing is it's disconnecting the ground, which is incompleting the circuit, which will then stop the spark plug from sparking, and then it can't run since it can't ignite the fuel. Another method for stopping the engine is on this mower. There's the bar. You pull the bar down, which then releases a little pad that is pressed against the flywheel. It releases that and lets this to turn freely and easily. And then when you let go of that bar, it snaps the pad down, which will stop the flywheel, and it makes it too hard for the engine to turn this, which then, when this stops, it can't create electricity since it's not rotating, and then the spark plug will not spark because it's not getting electricity from the starter coil, which thus stops the engine. So there are multiple methods of stopping the engine, and it all starts with the electrical system, because without spark, you can't have an engine that runs. Well, thank you for watching part 2. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. And in the end of this video, when this next video is out, part 3, I will link it in the end of the video, so stick around for that. That will be all about the compression and combustion system on your small engine. See you in the next one.